Hey guys, how we doing?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin?
Yeah, two great shows today. Ready to wrap this up with the Americans. A show that is just getting better.
Yeah, I've absolutely loved this season of this
I'm
show.
into it, man. I've really loved the last two episodes we've had. I thought that I could
Mhm.
easily watch the next 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's tense. It's tight. There's no wasted moments. Like I felt like maybe in season 2 there was scenes. It's like we didn't need that. You know what I mean?
There was also so many storylines where it's like 1 week you're wrapped up on a storyline, the next week it's a completely different one.
And then 3 episodes later you're back on that
Yeah.
storyline, and yeah,
It got a little tiresome.
it did.
This season, it's like every episode, I just want to get into it, just hop into it, and just
Yeah.
see what's happening.
No, and you can really see clear more like where the black clouds are coming from a little
Yeah.
bit. Like you can see where the problems are coming from.
You can. And also, the dilemma they're in this season is really not that you can relate to it, but you can really feel for them, right?
Yeah, the family drama is higher. You know, like we had a lot of family drama in the first season, right?
All the seasons, really. I mean,
Yeah, well, really, the first season was like, do we,
do we defect or not?
Where do we defect or not? Where's the relationship with the adults? Second season, it got lost a little bit, other than the mirroring of look what happened to this family, could it happen to ours?
Sure.
Okay, but I feel like this one with like now, what do we do about our children and their future?
Yeah.
And the pressures and the lives that we're trying to build for them. What does that mean? And what is that going to look like? I think that's been a really kind of fascinating kind of deep dive.
Yeah.
And I think we're heading for some real issues along those lines.
Oh, no, I think so, too. And the fact that, out in the open, Elizabeth's like, she's doing this.
Right.
Whether or not you like it or not, she's going to be a spy. And
Yeah.
Philip's like, okay, we'll see about that one.
Right. It's like the choice of him wanting to send her to the Christian camp.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd rather her be in this group than in ours.
It's kind of crazy that's the camp he's in now.
It feels like they've set it up as a binary choice.
Yeah.
Like you're either going to be a Russian spy or you're going to be an American
church girl.
Church girl, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. But you're going to find something some cause to really dive into.
Yeah.
Like they have to have a cause for, and they can't figure out what cause it's going to be.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's grooming. He's grooming this other child.
Yeah.
It's a pickle, man.
Right.
It's a pickle.
Oh, it's really discomforting, and it's supposed to be like.
And he's not comfortable.
Right. Philip's in a dark place there.
Yeah.
So when Elizabeth's like, how's it going with her? He doesn't even want to talk about it.
Does
he
not
want to be involved in this. No.
And he even asked Elizabeth. He's like, "Should I do this?
Right.
Like, should I keep going further?" And she's like, "I don't know.
I don't know." Well, and it's nice paralleling because it is a kid.
Yeah.
Who's not much older than Paige.
Oh.
So it's like, well, this child that I'm manipulating.
Yeah.
How much do we turn around and manipulate our own kid? How much are we already manipulating our own kid? And what's the next step in that manipulation?
It makes you wonder that if Elizabeth was in that situation, if she would feel that way too.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously, he already felt a certain way about it beforehand.
Right.
But now it's like he's really like, oh no.
Well, yeah, it's definitely mirroring a little bit, right? Making kind of like, who are we as not just in our jobs and in our very important roles, but as parents,
Yeah.
And
on top of that, Martha wants to adopt a kid.
So that would just like obviously that's not going to go well.
Yeah.
And we also got the reminder, right, that these are bad people. I mean, Elizabeth straight killed a guy just because she needed his job open. That was it. That's what the guy did, was had the job she needed to get somebody else into.
We never saw his face.
You're right. He just dropped the car on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And it was like, oh yeah, let us not forget that these are ultimately people doing terrible things too.
Truly, and it's compelling TV.
Yeah, no, it's great TV. We do want to go ahead and welcome RJ Timo, Mac, Paige, and Michael Berkmeyer to our Patreon group. Thanks so much, guys. We're really happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching us on YouTube, wow. If you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On all shows on Patreon, including The Americans, we're at least 4 episodes there where we are on YouTube. So if you get done with this on YouTube, want to keep going, that's a place to do it. You're going to have to sync and watch along on your own device's streaming service, you will only see and hear us for copyright purposes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
When you were admitted to the academy, I was pregnant. That's my son.
Oh, is she coming back?
She ran away. I doubt it.
It's just interesting they showed her. I did forget about that episode. I really did.
Yeah. Sounds like it's more about the son than her.
Guess so.
If you tell her now, this will all blow up.
But at least
so.
she'll know who she is.
But she's not the KGB.
Right.
She's not that.
Yeah.
She's an American
That's
girl.
like who she is. Yeah, that's not who she is.
Any part of her, that's her
Right.
That's her history, her family's history, but it's not
Sure.
her history.
Drafting letters to the White House to demand that President Reagan end his support for the dehumanizing racial segregation in South Africa.
Ooh, that's happening here too, yeah.
Paige is always on the front lines, challenging, questioning, yelling.
Yeah.
None of it's really uncomfortable, right? Yeah.
I mean, she's yelling.
Because today,
Anyways, it is.
you make a public declaration that you are a child of God.
Elizabeth looks terrified too.
Yeah. You had to hide that smile.
Yeah. Force it on there. Philip was struggling with that one. Do you think this pastor's still in danger?
He's not in danger, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's on thin ice, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it got tense that one time.
He went from like almost killing the pastor
Right.
to like, I'm
All right.
on your side now.
Yeah.
Bro. I never get tired of seeing this opening.
That's a cool
This
opening,
is the opening we're watching. Yeah, Hans.
Yeah. Oh, she's going all in, isn't
Gonna
she?
take on the Rick Springfield
Yeah.
poster.
Yeah.
For what?
For being who you are. Strong. Because we didn't make this church thing easy for you.
So she didn't need it. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Dad, I heard what you said. I'm not gonna drink or do drugs.
No, I know that.
So then what is this about?
Mom wants you to be a spy.
Yeah.
Because no one knows what's better for you than you. Even if they care for you.
Yeah, he's trying to be subtle about it.
Going to church is being true to myself, Dad.
I know, that's not what I meant.
You can't articulate it. Yeah. It's like, I can't give you specifics.
He's like, lay down on the hall.
Right. Yeah.
Listen to her.
That's all.
Thanks.
Well, she's not buying it because,
No.
obviously he tore up the Bible.
Right.
Personal, spiritual, emotional.
Spiritual? Like church? No.
Oh, that was quick.
Listen, whatever works. Right? I mean, everybody's got their own thing, right?
Ask Philip and Elizabeth what theirs is.
Yeah. Killing people.
And asked to help me face what happened and forgive.
Hey, maybe we shouldn't talk about this now.
Yeah, thank you, Stan, for being there.
Henry.
What kind of problems?
Grown-up problems, Henry.
Yeah.
Sounds weird.
It's still kind of rude.
Yeah,
What are you into? Weird.
Yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah, right.
Pass the roast beef.
Please. Just eat something.
Nina's working there.
Yeah, I can't. I'm spying.
Men don't think like this. Only us. Women. In America, I had 2 lovers.
He's opening up a lot here.
Yeah,
But at the end, they love their countries more than they love me.
it's true.
And it's also true, right?
Well, maybe not as much as she thinks because they're both willing to commit treason.
Yeah, they're both trying. Yeah.
My house?
No. You know what I mean.
You should take the picture of his ex-wife down.
Yeah. With Sandra.
Right. You think this lady knew his wife since they were both at S?
I don't know. I feel like she knows he's divorced.
Right.
I think he's probably been open about it.
Oh my god. This is amazing.
That's because you're high.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
I'm not knocking Pink Floyd, but for her to be like that into it immediately.
It's made to be
Right.
consumed a certain way.
It's a good time to snoop.
It is. Strategic. No, I'd be like, you stay in here, I'm gonna go watch the door.
Right.
Oh, it's stressing me out.
Yeah, always, because they always get so close to being caught, you know?
It's the music.
Yeah.
It's great music on the show, by the way.
They do know how to work their tension in, don't they?
Makes you like want to hold your breath, you know?
No, right? How's this all going to go wrong? Is she bothered by the fact he's on that date?
Yeah.
It's weird how this one's getting to her, but none of the others are.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the age is a thing, but just the fact that, he's off with another girl is getting to her.
Maybe it's weighing on her. Maybe the fact that she is close to Paige's age.
Sure.
Sometimes I smoke, and
I know you smoke. Henry knows too. And I'm not gonna nag you about it because I know you already know it's really bad for you, but I will say that I wish you didn't, and I hope you quit.
Nicely handled.
Don't look at me like that, Mom.
like what?
I don't know, like that.
Is this her opportunity to start talking to her about the things she shouldn't?
You know who else is impressed? Russia.
Right.
What do you really think about church, Mom?
There probably one too many potlucks.
I love the potluck.
You're right.
It's just not really my thing, Paige.
How do you know?
Reasonable.
I mean, have you ever tried it?
Are these two going to be recruiting each other?
Oh, that's funny.
Not scary. It's kind of silly, like you're talking to yourself, but after a while you feel something.
Be crazy if Elizabeth becomes born again.
If instead of Paige joining the spy service, yeah.
Never ever would consider that. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, the cigarette thing. When I was a kid, I threw my grandpa's cigarettes away because I was trying to be like, "Don't smoke." I got in so much trouble.
Yeah, right. How much does cost?
The only time he ever yelled at me.
Where were you?
I was just going in my car because I have a surprise for you.
You better have a surprise in your car.
Yeah, right. It's like looking at this car for something.
Right. Exactly. It's got 47 cents.
Half a Danish here.
Things have been hard lately. I've had a lot of problems at work and some other stuff.
You can say you have a daughter.
And the minister talks about starting over and having a new life with God. And I think I want to try that.
At least he's doing this.
The insecurity of the child is so... It's a good save, though, by him.
Oh, no, it was great.
But she knows something's up.
He loves me. He lied so you love him. He never lied to me.
She's going to confess here, isn't she? He told me. I knew what I was doing.
Hey.
She wants to ask, but she's not gonna.
Everything okay here?
Yeah. It's like, no, I didn't do it.
Right? Yeah, I mean, really.
The center wants us to follow that 19-year-old super spy provocateur Hans is worried about.
See, I got some Pink Floyd, too.
You're right. In the garage, not in your room.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what's the smell, guys?
You're right.
I don't know. Stan's going through it, too. He might be like,
That's
let me get
right.
some of
Stan's
that.
like, hey, guys.
Yeah. Comes with a ladder. Yeah, let me hit that.
Paige. She thinks I should start praying. She's living in a fantasy world.
I don't know. Because Jesus really came through for me tonight.
He did, yeah.
That's true, right.
The reason I couldn't sleep with her was because I had to serve Jesus instead.
It sounds dumb when he says it.
But if this operation drags on and she gets older, then...
I mean, I get it.
It's like for now.
Right. Yeah. Holding it off as long as I can.
Yeah.
So I got some bad news. We lost 4 guys in a small plane crash in Ohio.
Stop calling her every time you feel something.
I know.
Good. Yeah.
I felt something again.
Exactly. It's like you closed that door, man.
And we just dealt with that with Pete on Mad Men. It's like,
right,
guys,
exactly the same thing.
You got it.
Let me reach out to the person that I destroyed my relationship with.
Yeah, she's living large here.
Well, she got them what they wanted. This poor girl's gonna go to prison forever.
Those fries do look terrible.
Yeah, they look like garbage.
Yeah,
I don't like tiny stringy fries.
Hate it. It's the worst.
Like potato chips.
Yeah. Exactly.
How's Kimberly?
I think she's nervous about a math test she has coming up.
Yeah, she's still a minor.
Do you want some coffee?
Sure.
I think having such a prestigious actor in this role, there's big stuff ahead for him, don't you think?
We thought that with John Carroll Lynch as well.
That's true. And it wasn't, yeah.
But I think they're course correcting those. I think, Frank Langella is going to be a big part of the show.
About a month ago, we captured Irina in Brazil.
Oh, no.
His commanders respect him a great deal. He's loyal. He's trustworthy. He's like you in that respect.
They mess with another one of his kids?
Dang.
Have you told Elizabeth?
Of course not.
You probably should have told him at all.
Right.
Yeah. This season's been like his real dark night of the soul.
Right, seriously, yeah.
Hans' teenage spy likes redheads and is failing biology.
A lot of use of teenagers in this season, isn't there?
Yeah.
After the
I have to
baptism,
switch the tapes at Kimberly's weekly, not monthly.
She has to hang out with her a lot. Yeah.
We saw it on the news. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
That's a long hug there, isn't it?
Yeah, too long. Let go.
Yeah.
Let go.
I meant to call them, I meant to call them so many times. I just can't take one moment for granted.
Yeah, hit him with a maybe.
Right.
That student you followed met with Eugene Venter from South African intelligence.
Great voice.
He does, doesn't he?
Philip is losing faith in me.
Yes, he is.
I never want you to deceive him, but if he's holding you back on this...
he knows I'm going ahead without him.
Is he telling her to change it up, or is he acknowledging that she hasn't? I can tell
it's implied that he's telling her to. I think it's both, right?
Yeah.
A client rescheduled a ticket pickup. You want a ride?
All right, so she's going to start easing her into it now.
Probably. So what do you think about Russians?
Yeah, I don't know how you...
I don't even know how you start
that.
this conversation. I mean, obviously they're trained in their ways to do it.
Sure.
Lay down. Close your eyes.
You haven't looked at me since you came back.
Because she feels guilty, you're about to go to prison forever. Or worse.
Yeah.
Everything's okay, yes?
Not for you.
Nope.
Mina.
Poor Apple.
Yeah, she ratted her out.
What did you do? Mina, no! No!
Oh, this sucks. I mean, self-preservation is what she did.
Oh my god.
That was dark.
Ugh.
I can't believe they took her while they were in the room together.
Yeah.
Like, when she was eating her dinner, go take care of this so she doesn't have to watch it. Not that they care.
They don't care.
Right.
Can we go someplace and talk?
Kind of busy right now.
I'm only in town for today.
Yeah, he's going to have to go through with it. For sure.
My parents won't be home until tonight. You want to come over?
Yeah.
It's an interesting take, and I wonder how different it would be if it was Elizabeth in the same situation with a young guy.
What? Yeah, like I feel like
it'd be different for sure.
Yeah.
Here? It'll be okay. Come on, let's go.
Is she going to start showing her the injustices of the world, that she on the other side are fighting, how bad America is, blah, 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 that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Interesting juxtaposing these two, where Elizabeth's starting to introduce Paige to the idea of what she wants her to be while this is happening, too.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
When I was 17, I got a girl pregnant. She raised him on her own. She never asked for anything.
This is actually true.
Yeah.
I want to. I have to. I need to. Because I want to be a better man.
Clear face. She's like, sure.
I will.
Is it trying to switch it to the relationship that the minister has with his daughter? Where she always wants to be around and always lets him around.
Oh my god.
Without her going to that.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
We all worked together in the civil rights movement. Your parents were real activists. And Gregory, he was very important to me.
Paige looks scared to be there. It's like, don't worry, honey, I can take any of these people.
I know karate.
Right.
No, I brought you here because I wanted you to know that I'm more like you than you think.
Yeah, good grooming there.
I mean, really, yeah, there's the introduction. Interesting that we got to see that. You know?
All right, once again, 3 shows today where it just flew by.
Yeah, they
flew by.
Pretty masterful, huh?
Yeah, good TV. We picked some winners here, man. These are all great shows.
Yeah.
All right,
loving this third season.
I
of
like
the show.
the audible that Philip called there.
Right.
You know, it's like the episode was called Born Again, and it's like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he's really gonna bank on that. The wheels got turned for Philip.
Yeah, he really kind of owes a lot to Paige and her minister there for that save.
Big time, dude.
Because that was it. That was the only way it seemed to be out of it.
Yeah, and it worked. He'll come back weekly now, and he can, you know. I'm glad that's the case. I'm so glad that's the case, because his conscience can be cleaner, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if Elizabeth is going to tell Philip this, but I don't think he is. I don't think she's gonna tell Philip anything about.
No.
Yeah,
I think Philip has to stay in the dark.
Well, that's even what Frank Langella said. He was like, "You don't deceive him. I don't want you to deceive him, but
right.
Maybe keep this one close to the chest."
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't even know what episode we were on.
This was 5.
This was 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so almost
we're about halfway through
almost
the
halfway
third
there.
season already.
All right, yeah. So like this next half of this season is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. We're heading for some big things here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious where we go with the apartheid stuff.
Yeah.
You know, last season we focused as much as we could on the Iran Contra Nicaragua stuff.
We did,
and now we're really looking at embarrassing Reagan with apartheid.
Yeah, they only really give us a sliver of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's there. It is part of the story, but like you don't really dive into it. Like they're not doing anything to get involved with history that much.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they're definitely working it, which is really interesting. I like that it's realistic in that way.
And they really put the stuff with the nuclear team.
Yeah.
On the back burner, on Yusef's team, on the back burner there.
Sure.
The CIA.
Yeah. It's not. They're doing it in a different way than they would have in season 2,
Sure.
right? Like it never really was like the main story,
right?
But it's when you have a storyline that is like less important to the overall plot of the season, you can do that.
You can step away, right?
Yeah,
and not be like, when we get back to this.
But even like Bill told Yusef, you're indefinitely working for us.
Right? Oh yeah,
like, you're not out of this yet. So that you can pull him back in.
We have to get rid of a body from a person you killed. You're not walking away that easy
in the grossest way possible.
Yeah,
that was such a rough moment.
Baggage. That was pretty brutal.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, do you think this is the season where Paige finds out?
I mean, we still have half the season. I'd be surprised if they drag it out till 4. Honestly, at this point, I think by the end of the season, she probably will know.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
I really do think so. I think this is the season where Paige finds out.
Unless Elizabeth, her better angels take over and she walks this back, because she hasn't really said anything yet. I don't think she's done pushing, but they're still a ways away from the point of no return, right? So maybe, but
I think it's going to get close. I think it'll come down to the wire to where like Paige knows about something or the whole situation entirely, and that's when it kicks in.
Right.
Elizabeth. That's when she's like, actually, no.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
She has that Darth Vader moment where he throws the Emperor down the shaft.
That's right.
I make a lot of Star Wars parallels here, but that's kind of like how I see it going. But we'll see.
Right.
I mean, I just think that there's going to be a greater conflict between Philip and Elizabeth.
That's right. See, that's where my interest is. It's not does Paige find out or not. Paige is going to find out at some point.
Yeah.
There's no way the show ends and the kids just never know, right? Paige it's going to get there. The question is when Philip inevitably finds out that she's doing this.
Yeah.
How far does he go to stop it? Does he?
I would not be surprised if they come to blows. I honestly can see them having like.
It's going to be like, I do think that he's not okay with it. So I don't know if it'll come to blows. There may be a shouting match involved, but there's definitely some conflict coming with this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
We'll catch you next one, guys.
See ya.